I'm lucky and fortunate enough, as we all are, that there are so many customer picks in my show. This is another one. It's Anna's Rose 3D concentric cutting dies. So let me just give you the deal on this. First of all, they're on sale. 25 out of 29 customers gave it perfect 5-star reviews. Okay, so almost every single person that gets it loves it. And it really is such a beautiful set of dies. I read a lot of the comments, Anna. A lot of people talk about how much they love layering. And how important that is in projects that they're working on. They love the multiple levels that you can use these for, and you can kind of play around and be creative and just really have a great time with these. Under $20, this, Anna, is a steal.
This is a die set that has brand new technology, and what that means is when you look at the die cuts that this will actually create, and we look at the detail up close, what's important to see is that it engraves the design, meaning that it etches the design into the paper. It'll die cut the design, and then it will emboss the 3D details. So this is a completely new technology in die making, and what's so incredible about it is that we get to bring it to HSN, and we do that with what we call our Rose Concentric die set. Now, what that means is we get a shadow layer, a full 5x7 die, then the layers that layer on top, just like you were showing, which was this, and it's going to make a 5x7 face of a card. You can stack them all just like that. This is very hard to replicate when you're working with this kind of detail. We have to engineer the artwork so that it doesn't tear the paper and that it engraves the paper exactly where we want it to. And so when you look at the basis for all the cards that we love to make, which is, you know, from the Victorian era of time, you know, back in the, I would say, you know, late 1800s, early 1900s, those things were really, really highly embellished. And so we're able to do that with this card set, that's die set, and you see how pretty it looks with the 3D die cut on solid core paper. And then here, if you do it with a patterned paper, you can see the beautiful little cuts. And all you're doing is alternating the color and the texture for the paper. So it's really nothing. I can say hello friend to both Lisa and Sharon and all those California Griffinites, right? Hello friend, best wishes, good morning. I'm so glad that everyone is joining us all the way from the West Coast this morning, and I know that group of people, they have these beautiful dies already because they send me these cards. They make things with this Rose Concentric set every single week. They mix and match these beautiful oval pieces with other die sets in their craft room, and it just gets really, really fun when we're using what we have, right? So this is a die set that came out earlier this year, Guy, and it has been one of the most well-received new technologies that we've been able to do. So let's make another one just because we can. And as we're looking at all the pieces, you want to just start to look in your craft room for maybe these pretty luster papers from us. That's our metallic cardstock in the gold. And then contrast it with a solid, which is really pretty. And this is a study in ovals, and you see how we can just make a beautiful bouquet around the oval and finish everything with just a 3D bow. And then you have this gorgeous Victorian inspired card. So it's that simple, but you do have to spend a while to, a little time in your craft room understanding how these dies work. But in one single pass, it does all of that.
Look at that. And I love the textural look to it as well. And you know, when we talk about the sort of that 3D kind of look, you know, like it's coming at you with with all those impressions, and it's, you know, the engraving in there. It really is beautiful. I've got a couple of cards here, and just to show you the difference, in the center, we talked about, there it is, just the dies in the middle, but then you see how you put them to work here in two completely separate cards with some completely different materials and papers, and you've really created created such great depth. I love this card. This card is just beautiful right here with the roses on it. And I love all the perforations, all the cuts inside there. And then you can see how we've utilized each one of the individual dies to make these. So again, you know, this is maybe a little more of an experienced craft maker would be able to whiz through these, but they're, again, very, very simple through your machine. And then it's just a matter of your own personal taste, how you add whatever embellishments you want to add to it. This is what you'll be getting right here for $18.95. We're extremely busy. If you can use our express ordering system, that would be best, or use your remote control or whatever it is you use to order that gets you right through the process. I would encourage that. 740-894, another customer pick from Anna, and you will absolutely love those. Okay, where am I going? Come on over. I'm just going back and forth. I'm like, you know, I'm like on the court. I'm going back and forth. All right, so we have another brand new design. I will tell you, this is the only airing of the day.